The three perspectives of empathy. Unlocking the Holy Trinity. Empathy is not just about kindness, it is about perception, the ability to see reality from multiple angles instead of being trapped in a single, self-centered perspective. The deeper your empathy, the more truth you can access. This is where most people fail. They assume empathy is just feeling for someone else, or being overly emotional. But true empathy is a skill, one that must be developed like a muscle. And at its highest form, it unlocks three distinct perspectives of awareness, what religion has long misunderstood as the Holy Trinity. First perspective, the Son, the narcissistic perspective. This is the most primitive and egocentric layer of perception, the perspective of a child, someone who has not yet developed the ability to see beyond themselves. At this stage, you experience the world only through your own eyes. You hear your own words as you speak them, you feel your own emotions, and you react impulsively. This is where narcissism, victimhood, and delusion are born, because a person trapped in this perspective assumes their reality is the true reality. This is the Son, the suffering child who has not yet learned wisdom. It is the perception of immaturity, emotional blindness, and self-absorption. This is where all people begin, but where most remain, unless they choose to grow. Second perspective, the Father, the empathy perspective. With developed empathy, a person reaches the second layer of perception. Here, you are no longer trapped inside your own mind. You can mentally step into another person's experience. You hear your own words as they hear them. You become aware of how your presence, tone, and energy affect others. At this stage, you recognize that your emotions are not the only emotions that exist. This is the Father, the perspective of wisdom and guidance. It is the shift from self-absorption to responsibility, where one learns not only to perceive others, but to act with awareness. This is the foundation of emotional intelligence, the ability to understand how your existence shapes the world around you. Third perspective, the Holy Spirit, the observer perspective. The highest level of perception is the ability to step outside the situation entirely and view it objectively, free from delusion. Imagine watching yourself and another person interact from a distance, as if you were observing a scene in a movie. From this detached vantage point, you can see both your emotions and theirs simultaneously. You recognize misunderstandings in real time, course correct before conflicts escalate, and guide interactions toward clarity and resolution. This is the Holy Spirit, the unifying force, the perception beyond the self, beyond just understanding others, into a full awareness of how reality itself unfolds. This is where wisdom, clarity, and true mastery of life are found. The barriers to higher perception, the second and third perspectives, remain locked to those who choose delusion over truth. A person unwilling to move beyond the Son will remain blind, reacting only to their emotions, mistaking their personal experience for objective reality. Without developing the Father, they will never break free from self-centered perception, and without accessing the Holy Spirit, they will always be slaves to their impulses, unable to step back, detach, and see the full picture. The Holy Trinity was never about God as an external being. It was a psychological blueprint for consciousness itself, a map of how a mind can either stay imprisoned in selfish suffering or rise into wisdom. And now, you have the tools to dismantle suffering. Listen to the full audiobook for free on this channel.